So let's get into it today about planning gift giving for all your different children and family members. It's not easy. Staying in budget, making sure that everything's fair, if that's even a thing, making sure people are happy and feeling like you can go into the holidays with confidence in terms of planning out your gift giving and your spending. Let's talk about it. Hi, and welcome back to the show. Today we're going to talk about that dreaded topic of buying Christmas gifts for your different children fairly, or if that's even an important goal at all. Let's talk about 6 different ways that you can organize and categorize your gift giving with your children. I've got some notes here, so I'm going to glance at them every once in a while. The first way that you can categorize how to buy gifts for your different kids is based on dollar amount. Well, what do I mean by that? Well, I have 4 children, and let's say I'm having a good year and I feel like I can budget $50 per child. That would give me an overall budget of $200 for my 4 children, letting me know I'm going to spend $50 each, no more and no less, and everybody's going to get something that costs the same amount of money. Well, this is probably the easiest way to categorize, but in some ways it's probably my least favorite way. I think it's my least favorite because it focuses exclusively on dollar amount rather than the needs of the child, the needs of the family, and even any potential cost savings incentive that you can have for yourself to try to find an item that might be on sale. So it gives you an overall budget of $200, and you know you're going to spend exactly that much because that's how much money you've allotted for each child. The second way that you can categorize buying gifts for your kids is sort of a variation on the dollar amount method, and that's what I call the retail value. And this is exactly the same as the dollar amount method, where you decide how much you're going to spend per child, but then rather than roping yourself into a situation where you have to spend that much, you let yourself bargain shop or use coupons or find things on sale. So you decide what the retail value is for each gift that you're going to give each child, and then you give everyone gifts that retail for the same amount, but you still incentivize yourself to find things that are on sale or maybe even secondhand. So let's say you have a child who really wants a toy that costs about $50, but you're able to find it and score a new in the box used one from somebody on Facebook Marketplace for only $30. That means you're done. You've bought their $50 gift. You saved $20 by buying it on Facebook Marketplace, but they're getting a gift that retailed for $50. So you wouldn't go on to spend $20 more on them. You just consider yourself done with the shopping. And if you were able to do that for all of your children, you could end up saving quite a bit of money this Christmas and keeping your budget a little bit tighter. The third way that some of my friends organize their giving for their children is to give them more expensive gifts or to budget more for their Christmas gifts as their children get older. The idea being that as the children progress in age, they like more expensive gifts, they like electronics, and also that as more responsible and mature people, they are deserving of more expensive gifts. This can be a good fit if you have a tween or a teen who's responsible and mature and readily pitches in around the house, and also may have some needs in terms of getting some electronics for family communication and things like that. The negative side to this can be that if you are in a family where you have a tween or a teen who is struggling to take responsibility, it may inadvertently lead to a sense of entitlement that the children think that as they age, they're deserving of more and more expensive gifts, that they have friends who have expensive electronics, and so they deserve the same thing themselves, and in fact that they deserve more expensive gifts than even their younger siblings. So this is a method that may work for your family, but you'll need to be careful with it and judge the heart issues that are going on with your older children. The other reason I don't love this is that it's still focused on the money. So you decide that maybe you're going to budget $100 for your tween, but only $40 for your younger child. And again, it puts the focus back on sort of a materialistic money type thing rather than gifts that come from the heart or something other than the finances. The next way that you can handle giving would be to do what we call a whole family gift. And sometimes this is something that's not necessarily a material object. This could be something like a family vacation or a trip. If you're working toward more minimalism and less materialism in your family, maybe this is a family experience or something that you do together, or maybe it is an actual family gift of, let's say, a new smart TV or a gaming system or something that everyone sort of wants. And there are a couple different approaches you can take to this. For instance, you can poll everyone and sort of decide as a family together that you want to do a family gift, or you could decide as the parent that this is a decision you've made and that people will eventually get on board and you hope that they will enjoy it, but it's a decision that you've made as the parent. The benefits of this can be that you really may find the opportunity to pare your Christmas way down, not be so focused on material objects, have a chance to have an experience or an activity together as a family. The downside can be that maybe not everybody's emotionally on board and that people may miss opening gifts, or they may not actually feel like they experienced a Christmas gift for themselves. But those are things that you have to weigh in the balance and sort of make a parental decision about whether this still might be a good choice for you if there's something that the whole family truly wants and can enjoy. Another method that some parents have is what they call the 4 gifts rule. The 4 gifts rule is getting your child something that they want, something that they need, something to wear, and something to read. Or sometimes if they feel like they want to give more than 4 gifts, they'll sort of cheat by doing a box of each of these things. A box with things that the child wants, a box of things that the child needs, a box of things to wear, and a box of books to read. A lot of parents love this philosophy, and it can definitely sort of give you some limits. The downside would be it may be hard to decide how much to spend, or it may be easy to go over budget, or it may be difficult if you have some children who have a want that's far more expensive than the other kids, or if you can't necessarily give them that gift that they want. So there can be some challenges there, but a lot of parents find that that makes the gift giving a little bit more structured. So this is a fun way to categorize gifts so everybody sort of gets things in various different categories, and no one child feels like the only thing that they really got all Christmas was a whole bunch of clothes to wear and socks, that everybody sort of gets to enjoy different types of gifts. And the thing that my family has done for the last couple years that we've really enjoyed is similar to the 4 gifts rule. We have 3 categories of gifts that we give, and they relatively equate to the gifts that the wise men gave to Jesus, and that's gold, frankincense, and myrrh. The gifts of gold are the things that the children really want. The gifts of frankincense have to do with things with their mind and their intelligence and their education. And the gifts of myrrh have to do with anything for their body, like clothing or toiletries or hygiene or beauty products and stuff like that. And I will admit that I don't necessarily limit myself to only 3 gifts per child. They'll typically open 3 different boxes, and I may have a number of different things in each box. There may be things from the Dollar Tree in there, cosmetics that my girls were really wanting to try and things like that, or a couple of different books that I picked up at the used bookstore. And then typically maybe one bigger item in the gold box that's something that I know they've really been wanting. And that one I'll often save for last because that's the one that they're usually the most excited about. So to recap again, the 6 different ideas that I have for you for categorizing your Christmas holiday shopping would be to purchase things based on a dollar amount per child, to purchase based on a retail value per child, to spend more on children as they progress in age and get older, to consider getting a whole family gift or experience, to follow the 4 gifts rule, something you want, something you need, something to wear, something to read, or to follow the 3 gifts rule, a gift of gold, something that you truly desire, a gift of frankincense, something for your mind, spirit, and education, and gifts of myrrh, having to do with taking care of the body. These are all different methods that different moms that I know have used very successfully, but the biggest idea here is to make sure that you do plan so that you don't get caught up short. You don't inadvertently find yourself just a couple days before Christmas blowing your budget, spending more money than you meant to. You can go into the holiday with confidence knowing that you had a plan, you didn't have to put Christmas on the credit card, you didn't go over budget, and that everyone's going to feel loved and appreciated. So I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. Have you tried any of these approaches? Have they worked for you? What works for your family? How do you plan your Christmas giving for your children and other family members? Share with us below, tell us all about it. And don't forget to hit the like and subscribe, it really helps my channel out. Thanks for tuning in, have a wonderful Christmas, and I'll see you soon.